They got happy too early. It looked like things weren't working out for you. It looked like you were losing. It looked like you were sad. They may have seen you crying. They may have seen you angry. You may have uncharacteristically said a swear word because you were so frustrated. And your secret enemies, the ones who pretend that they are for you and they're your family and friends, in their heart, they got really happy and they rejoiced because it looked like you were losing. But they got happy too early. God is a master at reversals. God is a master at faking your enemies out. People who understand spiritual concepts make movies. Just watch what happens when the protagonist looks like they're losing in these stories. The stories that they tell are based on things that they understand about the world, about other people's stories, about spiritual principles. One of my favorite movies I used to watch as a child was Rocky. And specifically, I watched Rocky 4 like a million times. And I laugh about it now, but I think I understand the message that I was drawn to and why I kept watching it because of the comeback. Man, Rocky, by the time Rocky won, it looked like he was almost dead at least 4 or 5 times. His eye was swollen and it was bloody and there was meat hanging out of his face. He was sweating buckets. He was so tired. He was stumbling. He was so tired. He was almost giving up. And he had this coach telling him, "You can do this. No matter what it looks like, you can do this. It's not over until it's over," giving him water, giving him towels, speaking life into him. And God is like your coach. God is like the one who trained you. God is like the one who sent you out there. And you might be crying. You might be saying, "It looks like I've lost. It looks and feels so bad right now." And you're sweating buckets and you're crying and you're bloody and you've been through so many supposed losses. You've lost so many rounds, but the fight's not over. You lost so many battles, but the war is not over. That's what I'm telling you, that your enemies rejoiced too soon. They celebrated too soon. In the Bible, there was this guy, right? And King David had a lot of sons because King David was doing way too much, is having too many wives, having too many women around him. So he had all these sons. And of course, there was confusion and fighting and all that stuff because that's what happens when you have rival wives in different households, right? So the one son decided to make himself king because he says to himself, "I'm the son of the king, so I'm the natural choice," forgetting that his father has sovereignty over who he wants to choose among his sons. David had chosen Solomon. Anyway, the other son decided to crown himself king, and he had a party, and everybody was celebrating him. Long live the king, and saluting him, and all this other stuff. And he was not God's choice, he was not his father's choice. He was his own choice, and he rejoiced too soon. And that's what I'm telling you. The one who rejoiced too soon will have to give up that crown to you. The one who rejoiced too soon is going to have egg on their proverbial face. The one who deserves the crown is the one who God says deserves the crown, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of how much your enemies celebrate. It's going to be the will of the Most High God, and His will goes according to what He already wrote of you before you were even sent through your mother into the earth realm. That's why it's so super frustrating for anybody trying to change someone else's destiny, because what was written by the Most High will manifest. Alrighty, that's all I had to say. Have a wonderful day. This is April signing off.